My beloved child, you have been waiting for something big to happen. You have been listening for thunder. You have been hoping for one moment that would remove every doubt and answer every question. You thought I would arrive with noise and power and sudden change. You thought there would be a sign so obvious that you would never struggle to believe again. But I need you to understand something today. I often move like the wind. The wind does not ask for attention. It does not stand in the center of the room and announce itself. Yet it changes everything it touches. It bends trees, it cools the air. It carries seeds into places where new life will grow. You cannot hold it in your hand and you cannot tell it where to go, still it is real. My presence in your life is often like that. You have called some seasons empty because you could not see me. You have looked at your circumstances and decided that I must be far away. You have stared at closed doors and delayed answers and silent nights and wondered if I forgot you. I never forgot you, not for one moment. I was there on the nights when sleep would not come. I was there when you looked at the clock and realized it was another morning and your mind was still full of worries. I was there when you sat alone in the dark and wondered how much more disappointment your heart could carry. I was there, I saw every tear you wiped away before anyone else could notice. I heard every prayer that never made it past a whisper. I watched every moment when you smiled for others while carrying pain that nobody knew existed. Nothing about your suffering has been hidden from me. I know about the bills that keep arriving. I know about the plans that failed. I know about the relationships that ended. I know about the opportunities that slipped through your hands. I know about the dreams you quietly stopped talking about because you became tired of explaining why they still mattered to you. I know everything. And I have not turned my face away from you. Some mornings you wake up already exhausted. The day has not even begun and there is already a heaviness inside you. Nothing happened during the night. There was no terrible phone call, no new tragedy arrived, yet your heart feels tired. You have wondered why. Listen carefully. That heaviness is not proof that I abandoned you. That ache is not punishment. That deep longing inside you is your soul reaching for living water. Your spirit was created to know me. Your heart was designed to rest in me. When you try to carry your life alone, your soul becomes thirsty. And thirsty souls become tired. You tried to satisfy that thirst in many ways. You looked for comfort in approval. You looked for comfort in distractions. You looked for comfort in being busy. You looked for comfort in achievements. You looked for comfort in people who could not carry the weight of your heart. Yet every substitute left you thirsty again. Because there are places inside you that only I can fill. My child, you have blamed yourself for many things. You keep a secret record of your failures. You remember conversations that happened years ago. You remember mistakes that everyone else has forgotten. You remember doors that closed and relationships that ended and opportunities that slipped away. You have replayed these moments so many times that they began to feel like your identity. But you are not your failures, you are not your mistakes, you are not your worst season, you are not the sum of your disappointments. You are my child, and I need you to stop speaking against yourself with words that I never said about you. I know every mistake you ever made, I know every wrong decision, I know every moment of weakness, and still I have not rejected you. If I wanted perfection, I would never have called ordinary people. I call tired people. I call broken people, I call wounded people, I call people who know what it feels like to fail. Because humble hearts have room for grace, proud hearts are already full. Your suffering has done something inside you that success never could. It has made you softer. It has made you kinder. It has made you more understanding. It has taught you compassion. It has shown you what matters and what does not. You thought the fire was only burning you. You did not realize it was shaping you. There are things I can place in the hands of a humble person that I could never trust to a proud one. Do not despise the work that hardship has done inside you. You keep asking why my goodness is so difficult to see. The answer is simpler than you think. You learn to look for goodness in the wrong places. You thought goodness meant a perfect life. You thought goodness meant getting everything you wanted. You thought goodness meant never losing anyone. You thought goodness meant having enough money to remove every fear. You thought goodness meant receiving public proof that everyone who doubted you was wrong. That is how the world measures blessing. That is not how I measure it. Some of my greatest gifts arrive quietly. Peace is a gift, rest is a gift, wisdom is a gift, mercy is a gift, hope is a gift, a gentle heart is a gift. The ability to love after being hurt is a gift. The ability to forgive after being betrayed is a gift. The ability to keep going after disappointment is a gift. These gifts cannot always be photographed. They cannot always be explained, yet they are among my greatest works. You keep looking for thunder. Meanwhile, I have been giving you breath, and breath is quieter than thunder, but it is far more necessary. Take a slow breath right now. Feel the air entering your lungs. You did not create that breath. You did not earn that breath. You did not command it to come. It arrived as a gift. The same God who breathed life into humanity still watches over every breath you take. I have not forgotten how to sustain life. I have not become careless with my children, I have not become distant. You are not living by accident, you are being carried. There were moments when you thought you could not continue, yet somehow you did. There were days when your strength seemed completely gone, yet somehow you stood up again. There were nights when you believed hope was finished, yet somehow morning arrived and you kept moving. Do not overlook these things, you call them ordinary. I call them evidence. You survived things that once looked impossible. You endured seasons that you never imagined you could endure. You remained standing through storms that should have destroyed you. The wind was carrying you even when you did not realize it. You wanted explanations, I gave you strength. You wanted certainty, I gave you daily bread. You wanted immediate answers, I gave you enough light for the next step. You wanted thunder, I gave you breath. The reason you struggle to see my goodness is because you have been searching for it in dramatic moments while I have been revealing it in ordinary ones. I was there when someone encouraged you at exactly the right time. I was there when you narrowly escaped something that could have harmed you. I was there when unexpected help arrived. I was there when you suddenly felt peace after weeks of anxiety. I was there when hope returned for no clear reason. I was there. I have always been there. You are not the child of a cold ruler who counts your mistakes every morning. You are not the child of a distant creator who barely notices your existence. You belong to a father. I know your name. I know your fears, I know your dreams. I know what makes you laugh, I know what makes you cry. I know the memories that still hurt. I know the disappointments you never discuss. I know the prayers that remain unanswered, and I am still near. The world has taught you to measure value through comparison. Someone else seems more successful. Someone else seems happier. Someone else seems more blessed. And little by little comparison has stolen your joy. But I never asked you to compare your story with someone else's story. I never asked you to measure your journey against another person's timeline. Every life has its own season. Every heart has its own lessons. Every soul has its own path. Trust me with yours. The tree that grows slowly often develops the deepest roots. You feel behind, I understand. You feel forgotten, I understand. You feel tired, I understand. But I need you to understand something too. Delayed is not abandoned, quiet is not absent, slow is not forgotten. The seed beneath the ground looks lifeless, yet something important is happening where nobody can see. Roots are growing, strength is developing. Life is preparing itself. Your life has hidden seasons too. There are things developing inside you that are not yet visible. There is wisdom growing. There is patience growing. There is compassion growing. There is resilience growing. There is faith growing. And one day you will realize that I was doing far more in the hidden places than you ever imagined. Do not despise the hidden work. Some of my greatest miracles happen underground. You keep asking for signs. I invite you to notice the wind. Notice your breathing. Notice your endurance. Notice your healing. Notice the kindness that still lives in your heart. Notice your desire to keep going. Notice your ability to care for others despite your own pain. Notice your hunger for peace. Notice the fact that after everything you survived, you still want to believe. These things matter. They are not small. They are evidence that I am still moving. The wind blows where it wishes. You hear it. You feel it. You cannot control it. Yet it is real. My spirit works in similar ways. I am present in places you do not expect. I am working in ways you do not understand. I am preparing things that cannot yet be seen. I am healing wounds that words cannot reach. I am strengthening parts of you that circumstances once shattered. I am restoring hope. I am teaching you to trust again. I am showing you that peace does not always come from perfect circumstances. Sometimes peace comes from realizing that you do not carry your life alone. I carry it with you, my beloved child. You do not need to force yourself into faith. You do not need to pretend that you never struggle. You do not need to hide your questions from me. Bring them to me. Bring me your fears. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your disappointment. Bring me your weariness. I can handle every honest emotion in your heart. You do not frighten me with your questions. You do not disappoint me with your weakness. You do not surprise me with your fears. I already know, and I still love you. Rest in that truth today. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not carrying this journey by yourself. The wind is still moving. The breath is still coming. The story is still unfolding. And the same hand that gave life in the beginning is still resting over you now. So unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, take another slow breath, stop scanning the horizon for thunder. Notice the air already filling your lungs. Notice the strength that has carried you this far. Notice the quiet peace trying to settle over your heart. I am closer than your fears. I am nearer than your worries. I am present in this very moment. And I will continue to walk beside you through every valley and every mountain and every question and every season until one day you look back and realize something beautiful. The wind never left, and neither did I.